What's up guys, it's Joel from GSG coming to you with the video strategy guide on all the skull locations in Halo 5. Coming up on that large door towards the beginning of the mission, you want to look to the left and there's going to be a ledge that you can climb up. Climb up that, head on over to the left, go all the way out to the end of this cliff and you're going to find that skull resting down below. Mission 2, this is inside the reactor core room. That's where I came from, the hole I dropped from. That is where the mission intel is. And I'm going to walk up this walkway on the left hand side. And about midway you're going to see that platform you climb up on. Get up on top of there, then climb onto this pipe from there. You want to follow this pipe all the way down. And there's going to be an area that you can jump to. You want to jump on over to it, use your thruster to get across, climb up. And go back. In the back of the room you can see there's a grate that you can ground pound. You want to do so. And once you get to the ground floor, look to your left and you will find the skull. Now to get out of here, just head over to that wall to the right. And that actually opens up an exit. The elusive iron skull. Mission 3 glass. This is a very difficult skull to get. First off, I want to say this must be on legendary difficulty. You cannot get this skull unless you are on legendary. So we're going to grab the tank and we're going to go all the way up this hill. A little further up, you're gonna look in the sky and see a mining cargo ship flying by very fast, followed by a phaeton. You want to shoot down the phaeton with the tank. And once you do so, you're gonna hear the grunt party sound effect with the confetti. And what that now means is you can get the iron skull. Now the trick here is the iron skull spawns in 3 different locations. After you destroy the phaeton, you want to look in each of these 3 locations. This skull is going to be in one of those spots.
Okay, I'm out of the Scorpion. Out of the vehicle.
Mission 5, unconfirmed. Once you clear out the core area of all the enemies, you want to head inside the mines. Once you get inside, look to the left, and you're going to see a ledge you can climb up on. Climb up on that ledge, then climb up on the crates that are on there. Look up towards the ceiling. You're going to see some pipes and what looks like a catwalk. Climb up there, and follow the path to the left. You're going to see a passage and a skull. Mission 6, the evacuation. Now this skull requires a trigger, and that trigger starts at the very beginning of this mission. You're going to want to grab a mongoose, not a warthog, because you need to fire with those rockets, and the warthog is too slow with the firing. There's going to be 5 construction cones. I'm going to show you each of the locations. You're going to need to destroy all 5 of those cones within 2 minutes. The first 4 cones will not disappear, but the 5th cone will disappear after 2 minutes.
We can't take anything that flies from these people.
Our Pelican is on the space elevator. We could use that.
The other colonies, there are more Guardians.
Really only concerned about the one in front of us right now, Vale.
But why this one? Why is the Chief on this Guardian? I think it's the first one Cortana activated on purpose.
This is Governor Sloan, broadcasting on all frequencies. People, if you are still planetside, make your way to the space elevator right now. Final shuttles are departing soon, with or without you.
Governor Sloan, Shuttle Bravo 3 prep for takeoff. Watch it, they're on your tail.
Guardian's got a hell of a singing voice.
Can we do autopilot retrieval? Bring the Pelican down to us.
Mayday! Mayday! We're taking fire! We're hit!
Not with those ships shooting everything out of the sky.
Now all that's left is to run through the rest of the mission. Headed towards the landing pad to complete the mission by getting in a Pelican. You're actually going to run into the skull as you're going towards the Pelican. It's right before it.
The Pelican's just outside. Move it, people!
Shock waves are getting closer together. Almost like a countdown.
What happens when it gets to 0?
I don't want to find out. Get to the Pelican.
This is towards the beginning of Mission 7. Before your first engagement with the Covenant, you actually hear them.
Sounds like an elite. The hell are the
You're going to head to the right, and you're going to see a tunnel that you can take. Go down that tunnel, and you're going to hear a grunt that's singing. He's very happy. And you're going to go over there, and you're going to punt him. And that's going to get you the skull. He sung on the way down. Still on Mission 7, this is at the very end of the mission. You end it by going forward to that gateway, the Forerunner gateway. But instead, you want to head to the right and follow this path up. There's going to be a small structure up here to the left. You want to go all the way to the top of it, and to the back, you're going to see a skull on the ground. Mission number 8, Swords of St. Helios. Once you're exiting the St. Helios ruins, right here, you're going to come out and look to your right, and you're going to see this structure right here, this archway. You're gonna get on top of that archway by climbing on this pillar over here to the right. Now, reminder, you must have maintained sprint on in the in-game settings, so do so. Now, once you get up here, you want to back up. You're going to click to sprint, hold on to climber while you're doing that. You'll climb up this ledge right here. Then you jump again. At the height of your jump, you want to thrust, followed by holding onto the ground pound just enough to catch a little bit of height while you're holding onto the climber button to climb up on that ledge. Good luck. Mission number 10, enemy lines. This is at the very end of the mission when you encounter the Kraken. You're going to want to fly up to the Kraken and land. I like to fly up and go from the backside, so just use my path. It'll make it a lot easier for you. Land down here and take this entrance right down here. Now you want to go down until you see a glowing green vent. You're going to see this on the screen in a second here. You're also going to see some banshees. Now this is where the skull is, above those green walls, those glowing green walls. So here are the banshees right there, as you can see. And there is the green that I'm talking about. Now that skull is above there, up on that ledge right there. So we're going to take a Banshee and we're going to fly it out, U-turn it, and go back in and fly up on that ledge. This is because you cannot reach that ledge without flying up there. Once you get up there, eject and grab the skull.
Focus fire on the deck. Clear some space and we can land on the Kraken.
Keep going down. Generator should be just below the hangar.
Mission number 12, Battle of Suna Ion. Hopefully I pronounced that right. This is at the end of the mission. You want to head all the way out towards the back of the area. Basically where you can fall to your death. You're going to see a rail. Follow that rail where it leads to. It actually goes lower, below the ground level. So you can jump down onto that rail. And you want to look to your left to find the skull. After that, you can climb right back up. Mission number 13, Genesis. This is at the part where the tank cannot proceed any further. Once you're on foot, you want to head to the right, follow this path up, and we are heading around a large rock formation right now. Once we get towards the top, you want to turn around, and we're going to climb up this rock formation. Once you get to the top, you want to head to the left, and you're going to find the skull resting on the ground. Mission number 14, the braking. Now, after you take the first elevator up, you're going to head around to the 3rd floor. And once you do, you're going to come in contact with the warden. After that battle is over with, you're going to take this passageway that goes around in the back. And it's going to have that skull right there. Mission 15, Guardians, the final mission. Now this area is when you have to destroy all of the cores. We're heading back to the far right where the Gamma core would be at. Also, there's going to be a crash pelican if you look to the back right. As you can see right there, that is where we are headed. There's a mountain path to the right as well. That's the path you're taking. So you want to head up this path all the way up to that pelican, and you're going to climb up and over the pelican. Once you reach the other side, turn around and you're going to see a skull tucked away inside of the mountain.
Hey, here's an edge that'll keep you winning no matter what game you play. Now, video games can be great fun, and there's a lot of things you can actually learn from playing video games, like increasing your educational skills, learning to play or even write music, or even sharpening your computer skills. But the bottom line is that video games are about fun, and you can have a lot more fun when your work is done. So to get the best chance in life, keep up with your schoolwork. You can read, you can study, but keep a clear head. We want you buds out there to keep on watching, and we want you to be on the top of your game at all times. So here's some simple tips to better gameplay. Stay away from drugs, man. Be cool. Learn in school. Don't let anyone mess around with your mind. Take this advice and you'll have the video power edge on life.